Hello friends. This one's going to be a bit more like a tutorial than a classic hunter episode. I'm going to run a friend through Wailing Caverns and we'll see about obtaining a Venom Strike. And I'm going to show you some secret speedrun tactics for getting pretty much anything in here super easily. Alright, let's go. Alright, my friend is good to go. We've got the two quests up in the cave above the cave. the little nook above the mouth of the cave. And there's also a vendor up here, so we can always return if our bags are full, but hopefully we'll get Venom Strike before then. I mean, sometimes it's really good to me. It's always been good to me, but for some reason it's never good to any of my friends. Oh, there's some poor guy who died over here. Well, anyway. Maybe he died multiple times. There are a couple of skeletons over here. One of them is a Tauren male, but we're not going to worry about it. Our goal right now is to head inside. And none of these hordes seem to be interested in bothering us, which is good because there appears to be a skull level mage right here. We're just going to do the easy thing and pull everything with our pet. And there's an evade spot just up ahead, so we can just jump in the water to get around it. But it seems that our skull level mage friend is helping us clear it out, so let's help him in return. He's got it. Thank you very much, my friend. Now we're going to proceed onto the next ectoplasms over here, or whatever the heck they are. This here is the evade spot. You know, you just jump in the water, you hop on out, and nothing on the other side is going to come chasing after you. It's a nice safe spot you can get into. I think this mage here is running a friend through. Oh hey, there are two skull levels. Wow, okay, so this fellow's getting the VIP treatment. He's got 260 friends or so. Close to 60 at least. To run him through the things at the place. You know the one. We're almost there. The portal is just down that way. You can see from here, actually. And our other skull level friend is not killing us, so I'm grateful for that. You know, I like to leave people alone unless they bother me first. I mean, sometimes. Sometimes I will go to STV and cause trouble for no reason, but anyway. Now that we're inside, let's talk about, well, what we're doing here. There's this one lone raptor up here, very nice, easy peasy to get rid of. And if you're in here by yourself for some reason at level 20, you can actually solo clear this whole place. Because you can just tame raptors. You can tame raptors and then abandon them. That's how you solo clear the place at level 20. And then once you have the kite spot cleared, you can kill anything else. But that's another story. Right now we've gotten a good multi-sync off on these guys. We've aggroed the patrol with our cat, and we've gotten a blade storm actually on only 2 mobs, and that will not do. So let's bring the ectoplasm in here. A little bit too close for the multi-sync, unfortunately, so we could not get that off. But we can get one off right here, just as soon as these 3 bridge the gap. There we go. Not so much bridging the gap as just clumping up like they were. I had my cat gather them a little bit too efficiently, which is good because, well, we have a Blade Storm proc now. A couple of Blade Storm procs, actually, from the looks of it. Did I miss something? Was that 2 Blade Storm procs, or am I missing anything? Well, anyway, these oozes tend to patrol around. There are 3 of them that you kind of have to worry about. There's the one that we just killed back there. There's one that way, headed down our way, and also that druid. So the 3 oozes and the druid are the patrols. You can avoid them entirely if you're good and sneaky enough, but you do need to be good at sneaking. We're taking a right at the Screaming Gully to get to the Crag of the Everliving, because right about here is where our friend needs to stand. Right about here is where we need to stop. See that flared location right there is the last spot that you need to clear to, and now you can go get your friend Venom Strike. See, very easy. How many leads was that? There was 1 raptor at the start, 2 raptors below that one, 2 more raptors past that one, and a couple of oozes that we cleared and actually could have avoided. So it's like 5 to 7 elites. Maybe 8 or 9 if you time the patrols poorly. But in any case, our friend, well, we'll see when we get there, but the spot is special. And for some reason, not too many hunters know about it, but it's really useful because, well, otherwise getting Venom Strike would be an absolute pain in the butt. Right now, there's only one direction to go, so we're gonna keep going up this way. We can pretty much walk around everything here, and really, you're fine at level 30 as long as you have Feigned Death, because, well, Feigned Death just makes this so much easier. But it's actually cozy at 40. You can feel quite at home at level 40. Right here is our first junction point, and we're going to go straight into the water here. There's a path off to the left if you check the minimap, or right back there as you just saw. But we're gonna head through the water because this is where we need to go. Pythas, another boss, is straight ahead, but we're going to ignore him because he's not on our list. He's not on our kill list. He might be, so I'll talk about him in a few, but right now we're clinging to the right. Now this particular area up here is one that confuses a lot of people in my experience. So you just cling left here and then go straight. You go to the southeast in this room with the rock pillars, alright? Southeast will get you straight to Skum, which is another boss that we're going to ignore for now. And once you see him, you just take another right. Now there's still this one junction up ahead, but it's pretty obvious. You take a left right here into this big room with the large boulders, and then we just keep going. We go straight, and this is where we get to the jump spot. You know the spot that everyone falls down for some reason, that every new player must fall down at one point, because it's like a rite of passage. You know, going to this place and screwing up this jump at least once. Then you gotta go all the way back up. But no, we're not gonna fall down this time. We jump over the gap, which is made much easier with our cheetah. Not that it's difficult to begin with, but you know how it is. And we're just going to go right through these mobs. Serpentis is right up here, and if you notice, our friend's dot on the minimap is directly below this deviant Dreadfang. So we're going to kill it. Now, we could probably ignore this mob and, you know, not pull Serpentis to this exact spot, but I like to do it anyway. I just like to be safe. So I'm going to stand right on top of my friend's dot, and I'm going to open on Serpentis. I'm going to Viper Sting him. And he'll run out of mana after 2 casts. This is rank 1 Viper Sting alone, so two casts of Viper Sting is about all it takes. And in the meantime, I can get him good and low. Taking it slow, getting him good and low. And one more lightning bolt. Come on. Alright. Now I can put up a Serpent Sting. He can... Oh, come on. Come on, walk into the trap. I need the Serpent Trap combo. This is Spell Power Hunter Biss. There we go. Now look at that Serpent Sting Immolation Trap deeps. Unfortunately, not Venom Strike dropped, and that'll happen. Venom Strike has a pretty respectable drop chance. At least it seems so, because I've gotten it on my first run. Literally, on my first run. On 3 different servers. I think it was, the first run on Nostalrius? Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually talking about it in the chat at the moment. But I digress. We're killing this here Verdan the Ever-Living, and as you may have noticed, he hits quite hard actually. But that's fine, we can feign him off and have our pet take over the tanking. And it's kind of bothering me that he's not tripping the trap. He's still not tripping the trap. But it doesn't matter, he's just about dead anyway. Bringing him over here has enabled us to get ourselves a living root. And you do always want to kill this guy because even though he does hit pretty hard, and sure, you'll be fine at 30, just make sure that you're careful about it, you know? Maybe do a hybrid tank strategy. You want to kill him simply because he drops a lot of really expensive greens, or blues. I mean, sometimes he could drop a green cloak, that's not very good, but usually he drops the blues. At least he usually does for me. And the living root is like a whole 40 silver, so it's pretty nice for every run. Whether for you or for your companion, it's a little something for your time. And hey, maybe your friend can then afford the Crystal Pine Stinger a little bit easier at level 27, which is another bow that I absolutely recommend. Anyway, now that we've jumped down, we can go try for the pants. You know the pants. The blue pants that are, that give agility and stuff. They're really nice over here in the Pit of Fangs. Now, this area is a lot more obvious and a lot more simple. No need to do any crazy paths, no long runs. We just go up there, smack the guy, and our friend down here can pick up the loot. But as you can see, the run up to Serpentis is made painless, practically. If you just have your friend stand in that one spot underneath his platform. Because my goodness, escorting someone all the way up there can be an absolute nightmare. I mean, did you see the amount of mobs on the way, right? Well, anyway, this fellow over here, he can drop, well, he can drop a little bit of green robe. He can, he's got a mail belt, which is really nice if you happen to have any warrior friends tagging along. And of course, there are the pants of the Fang, the leggings of the Fang, which, if I recall, has plenty of agility on it. Can be really nice to have before a trip runner. So we're gonna hope for it. The mobs up here are kind of chaotic. They're kind of like all over the place here. But we can just walk on the sides and it's fine. Here's Cobrahn. I'm just gonna put up Hunter's Mark and switch to Aspect of the Hawk for no reason in particular. You know, just for fun. Might as well, right? I'm gonna multi-shot the Snecks. I'm gonna get that one too. They're barely not dying, but that's fine. And Cobrahn seems to want to follow us, so we'll lead him along. Come here, buddy. We don't need to bring him over here. There's absolutely no threat that our friend cannot get the item. And it's only the belt anyway, so it's not like it mattered. But anyway, what was that? Like a 12-minute run for the pants and for Venom Strike and for a little bit of extra silver through Verdan's drops? Pretty cool, right? Well, I mean that's cool and all, but maybe you also want to go after, say, the belt off Anacondra, maybe her bag, and good luck because it seems to have the worst drop rate. Literally every run we did through here, I got the shoulders. The shoulders. Every single time. You do not want to know how sick I am of the shoulders. Once you reset, we just do the same thing that we did before. Snipe that one raptor up here on the edge. Be mindful of the ooze patrol. The slime patrol. And, oh, well, I guess we can't multi-sync on these two now because that one got insta-gibbed. But that does give us the opportunity to reset and pop off an aim shot instead on this fellow. I'm going to bring the ooze in good and close so that I can get the multi-shot off. Never mind. That thing's already very, very much dead. And I guess I can keep pulling in this chain pulley fashion. Those three are in the ideal position. I'm going to fire on those two over there just in case. The multi did bridge the gap and strike all three though. And we've got all these guys on us right now, but I'm not going to swap to my Ravager just yet. I'm going to scatter, multi, and how about a Raptor right here? The Savage Strikes is still working wonders for us. Now, Anacondra is not always in a really nice place. Right now, she happens to be right to the left of the entrance to the Screaming Gully. But that's not always going to be the case. This is like the best position that she can be in. I've dragged the Raptor in for the multi-sync across all three, but unfortunately it seems that he's been healed up. I'm going to get another multi-shot off and now finish that thing with another Raptor strike. And now I can, I'm going to keep these guys getting close. So hopefully we can get another, never mind. My friend can get a multi-shot off, but I cannot because these guys are already very much dead. Anyway, that was relatively painless, pretty easy, but that's like the ideal scenario where Anacondra is. Now, you don't actually need to clear to her. Her items, some of them may be white, but they're not bombed. So you can kill her, pick them up, and deliver them to your friend, and the Belt of the Fang can be rolled on pretty much anywhere in the Screaming Gully. But what would this run be without some memey Ravager pulls? So I'm gonna try clearing to her a couple of times. We'll see what happens. Right now I'm trying to get a Ravager proc and not having too much luck. The idea is to have your pet pull and tank a whole bunch of stuff for you while you try for a proc, and unfortunately we're not getting one. Now, about now would be the time to pop off the Goblin Dragon Gun or Feign Death and use an explosive trap before jumping down and doing the whole tower defense thing. But I am utterly determined in my pursuit of memes, and I refuse to stop. I may have taken aggro off my pet for a little while with my Iron Grenade, but the blue raptor dying has unfortunately pulled quite a few more raptors from across the way, and a druid. So we're gonna be dealing with some tower defense memes, or we might have if I did not stop to first aid, but really I had no time, and I'm just going to have to kite these guys around. Or hey, a Blade Storm just procced, and that's very nice. It's nice now, but my pet's dead by now, so it doesn't really matter. My grenade has come off cooldown, so I'm going to stun these guys and get them off me. Give myself some breathing room so that I can skedaddle, because like I said, we do need to kite these guys now. This area can still be pretty scary, especially if you have a blue raptor pulling everything in sight. I mean, that was a pretty nasty call for help, wasn't it? But we should be okay as long as we just take everything over this way. My first aid is coming off cooldown right about now, so if worst comes to worst and I'm backed into a corner, I can bandage myself up just a little bit, and that should help me finish up with this pull. Right now I'm doing just fine kiting everything away, stutter stepping away. But there are a couple of druids coming for me, and there's one raptor too. Now, the druids are not really too much of a threat. They can heal up the other things, but they should not do that often enough, too often, for me to deal with. The real threat is the melee mobs that are gonna be tapping away at me. Now, the raptor may be gone, but the druids, they can shapeshift temporarily into a snake, like that, and do not let them get close to you if they do that, because they hit amazingly hard. Anyway, we just finished up this fight, but let me show you a couple more memey pulls while we're at it, because Anacondra is still out of reach. Well, at first, a not so memey pull. This is an AoE pull done not so recklessly, because right here is a nice low spot. We take the raptors so that they cannot call for help and pull everything around. And here we got a Blade Storm too. But right here is a nice spot for the raptors to stand, because everything past that, for some reason, will not hear the cry, even though it's just around a corner. So, if you're looking to do some pulls properly. Anyway, that's not all that interesting. We're far from proper. We're completely reckless, and we will always be reckless. So let's just full combo this here raptor, get a speedy raptor off, and move on to the next mobs over here. We're going to seek out Anacondra and do some more truly memey pulls. We're going to make things more intense. We're going to artificially inflate the difficulty by being as reckless and stupid as possible, because that's how you have fun. We're making progress over here, but my friend has pulled the ooze pack. We were not speedy and stealthy enough. But that's fine. I'm just going to clear these guys out so they don't pose any threat in the middle of a meme pull, and there we go. A little bit of terrain exploitation to get the multi-shot off, and that was some precise use of Mongoose Bite. You don't usually see that. But anyway, here we go. Here we go with another meme pull. We're back in the same place. Maybe we'll get a good Blade Storm this time around. But who knows? Who knows? It is an RNG weapon, so heck, I don't know. No one knows. No one knows when it will happen, because it's completely random. Anyway, we got like a whole bunch of raptors here. We got, how many is this? 6, 7. Well, there's another blue raptor over there. This one's about to call for help. There he goes. We can expect something from across the bridge? No? Okay. Hey, and we got a blade storm, but unfortunately it was quite late and too late to save our pet. I can get a goblin dragon gun off for a few here, but I'm gonna have to bail because I am way too low. Now, the best time to pop a potion would have been before the goblin dragon gun, but I used it for safety down here just in case. I don't really mind popping potions casually. You know me. It's there if I need it, or if I want it. It is there so that I can use it arbitrarily. And our tower defense shenanigans, it turns out, kept us pretty safe. We did not really need the potion at all, but it was nice to have. It was nice to know that we would come out certainly on top. Anacondra is once again up in this direction, but we're going to do a little bit more of a reckless pull this time. Or a lot more of a reckless pull. We're going to send Rapture in on all the things in that direction, because I know that I can multi around the corner using the way that multi-shot works on Official Classic for some reason. And we're gonna try for the Blade Storm. Hopefully we can get it. There are not too many raptors here this time. I think there are like 5 of them. But they can still tap away at us. They can still do their thing. Now obviously if you want to do this easier, you could just chain pull. But that's boring. I like to have fun. I like to go fully ham. But it is quite dangerous to do so. The multi-shot did not fire off in the melee there, and hey you, I'm trying to do a pull here, get out of my way. Oh, and now I get a Blade Storm, sure, why not? Of course, it happens after I've fallen down away from the raptors that I want to hit. You know, the Ravager is not about... you cannot tank with the Ravager. It is a damage tool, you know. You need a tank to hold onto the stuff unless you can Blade Storm it to death after pulling aggro. I'm going to scatter that thing on my friend so that she does not get tendon ripped. I can take care of this while I'm here, I suppose. It's only Anacondra and that other druid, but if one of those guys comes into melee, I am kind of in trouble. I do not want to take another hit here, so I feign death, but unfortunately that was the last hit Rapture needed to take for him to die. I think it does kind of save me here. I mean, I could probably pop a potion, but I need the mana anyway. So, well, heck, maybe if I popped a health potion, I might have lived through that. Or maybe I could have used a bandage before they got all the way down to me. But alas, it is a method that I must continuously improve. Anyway, that's enough meme pulls on Anacondra. I think you get the idea of, well, what an AoE pull in here might look like. You could do this at 60 easily. At this level, you just kind of, you kind of have to be more careful. You know, you can't pull 20 elites, you gotta pull like 6, maybe 8, maybe 10. Anyway, I do want to show you some other neat stuff while we're here. Besides meme pulls on Anacondra, or while trying to get to Anacondra, for no particular reason. There is another spot your friend can stand if you want to get Skum or Pythas. Now, he can't see the loot by default from right there, no. We actually need to do a little bit of a kite in order to get Pythas and Skum to that area. And yes, I said and Skum, because you want to get both on the same kite. You can get them both there. It's no trouble kiting Skum. He does not pull everything on the way. But Pythas absolutely does. So actually it's kind of a tricky kite. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna walk you through my process of what exactly happened on the kite that I attempted here, and we'll see what happens. So a little bit earlier, I flared up the spot where my friend needed to stand. He's going to be there, and that spot is directly below the jump spot, the infamous jump spot where a lot of noobs fall down. That is where we need to kite Pythas and Skum. Oh, well, we don't really need to worry too much about Skum, but Pythas, you'll see. First of all, he's got a couple of mobs on him, and what we want to do right now is get him alone. So, I'm going to send my pet on the big, tough, tanky boy, and I'm going to assassinate the druid. I'm going to multi on the ideal primary to strike all 3 targets, and it seems that that shambler did not go into the trap after all, so I'm going to reset on him. I'm going to combat reset him by bringing him into the trap and popping off an aim shot, which crits and one-shots the thing. Now that Pythas is alone, I have instructed my pet to stay, and I will use Viper Sting to pull him precisely around this corner. I could run all the way to the low spot right over here in the direction I'm running now, but I did want him to cling to the wall there so he would not pull that shambler, and we're going to see a lot of that on the way to the kite spot. Or to the kill spot, rather. We're kiting him there. As you may have noticed, his mana is regenerating extremely fast because his pool is very small. So we're going to have to keep him when we want to bring him precisely around certain corners. That room over there that we just passed is quite chaotic with the patrols, but we did manage to get him through there safely. And with Viper Sting up, he's coming our way. It is expired once again, but it comes at an opportune time. I scatter him, and I'm going to seek to pull Skum here. Now that Pythas is right there, just around the corner, I can hit him with the Viper Sting once again, but I have not pulled precisely enough, and the Venom Fang is definitely on me now. So I'm going to have Raptor get this guy, and I'm going to have Raptor hold everything while I finish off this Venom's Fang, because if we get an ass pull like this, it is imperative that we finish it off here, because we're going to be out of mana completely when we get to the kill spot, and we do not want anything on us if we can help it. Now that the thing is dead, I'm just going to ping Skum with a rank 1 arcane shot, and as it turns out, an auto shot too. I'm going to dismiss my pet and scatter shot on Pythas. Now we're back on track, and we got to pull him around this corner all the way over here. And oddly, I did not get a full resist on one of Skum's lightning bolts, but it's not a problem. I can wing clip Pythas and Los him here instead of using the mana for Viper Sting. I'm going to Viper Sting here anyway because I do need to pull him very precisely through this next room. We do need him to be the melee mob. We've gotten him past those 2 mobs. I gotta scatter him and pull him over to this side of the hallway where we can safely move to the side. He does have mana again, so gotta keep that Viper Sting up. And now that he's over on this side, but I'm just a little bit too late because there's a Dread Fang right there. And there's a Druid right here too, next to a Venom Fang. The Ooze is very safe. Those Oozes tend to not proxy pull anything else, and vice versa, so we're fine, but the Dread Fang is once again in our way. I do not see another route here, so I pull my pet out. We're going to grab the Dread Fang and bring it with us. As you can see, the Ooze did not proxy pull with Pythas, so we're very, very safe here. I do not want to feign death because Skum does not have aggro on my pet, as far as I know. I bring the Dread Fang in for a multi-shot across all 3. We'll scatter that and go right in on Pythas. We gotta finish him off right here. He's the most bothersome of all of them, I think. I mean, the Dread Fang could fear, but it's very, very unlikely. Pythas' melee damage is quite nasty. But he's down, and we've claimed his Stinging Viper as our own. It's a very nice mace, but not necessarily what you may be after. Maybe you're after the Armor of the Fang, you know, you get the full set for the full set memes. But whatever the case, Skum over here too. As you could see on the kite, Skum did not pull anything. He was fine. He was a good boy. We still need to kill him because that's how it goes. But I do so only because I must. And I do so while loving Skum with all my heart. Because he's a good boy. Anyway, I'm going to show you, real quick, what kiting Skum looks like. I just tag him with the rank 1 arcane, and while you may need to do all this low shenanigans with Pythas, you know, ducking around the corners, looking back at him and stuff, you don't need to do any of this while kiting Skum. He's going to pass that druid, and you see there's nothing else following us. He passed right by a druid of the Fang, and did not proxy pull. So, yeah, you can just tag him and bring him to this spot every single time if you want. It takes a little bit of extra time, but it's absolutely painless compared to Pythas. And my friend's not actually here. He's not in the right spot. I just pulled Skum for demonstration on the way to Serpentis, but yeah, just for demonstration. Getting your friend a blue Serpent pet is pretty much the same thing as the Pythas kite, except in the other direction, and you're kiting a melee mob this time, so I think it's easier. The Dreadfang is not different at all from the outside mobs. You know, you can get a beige Serpent, or bronze perhaps, or a green one outside, and they're pretty much identical in terms of stats as far as I know. But the blue Serpent is pretty swanky, so, you know, if your friend wants one, might as well come by. I'm going to bring the Serpent over to the other side of the aisle, concussive it when it gets close, just so that I can move more precisely through here. I see another way up ahead, but since the thing is close, I scatter it. And now, you might need to clear out some of the lashers on the way. It's very easy. They can be pretty much one-shot with a Crystal Pine Stinger and a multi-shot. I'll show you. Now there are 4 there. As you can see, that was a sniper rifle with multi-shot, and they were all one-shot. Let's just finish that one off real quick. We can clip that one. And that guy will not pull on us because he's a good boy. But yeah, those 3 lashers, or 3 or 4 that we just passed, that were cleared out already, they're not hard to deal with, even if you forgot them on the way up. And it seems we actually ass-pulled a druid, so just like with Pythas, we're gonna pull the pet out, we're gonna get the druid on our pet. And I'm not gonna feign this off, I'm just gonna auto-shot until this druid is dead. And scatter to finish it off, because I did know that they run in fear. Now that that thing's out of the way, I can dismiss my pet. I guess I could probably just ask him to stay up here, but I decided to dismiss anyway. My friend's right down there, so I can just drop down and this thing will follow me right around the corner. It'll cling to the corner like I need it to. There are no mobs there, so it's a-okay. Now my friend does need the attention of this creature, so I do feign him off here. But I'm gonna leave my friend with a freezing trap, just so that we can make sure that the tame is completely successful. Can't last for the entirety of the tame beast, but he should survive. There we go. Now, if your friend happens to forget some fish food, or snake food, like mine did, just dismiss the beast as soon as you tame it. Then you can hearth back home, get the right food, pull it out, and then feed it. You'll be fine. If you need to vendor, by the way, well, the way out is pretty much identical to the way in. We're pulling everything along the way. We're gonna evade them at the pool here. And those things in the water will evade too. It's no problem. We're gonna keep going. We're going pretty good right now. We're going good and strong. Go Rapture, clear the way. Or, you know, hold the stuff in the way. And we'll be fine. Our friend will be fine. those serpent bloom snakes for some reason are registered on auto target, not like the normal critters. So for some reason, auto target may be a little screwy in here. And why did you come onto me? Excuse me, I don't appreciate that. I do not appreciate that at all. Hey, there's a horde group. Oh, hey, what do you think you're doing, buddy? What are you doing attacking my friend? Heck off. Honestly, some people, they can be so rude. You know, we're all going to the same place, right? The ground. Well, anyway, we're just about out, and there's a really nice place to get up top. If you take a right here, hey, what is up with these horde? What do you think you're gonna accomplish, buddy? I'm kind of late on the vanish, bro. Okay, heck this guy for attacking me. I'm just gonna finish her off. Honestly, some people, I don't understand that line of thinking. You know, she goes ahead and hits a skull level with a reasonable amount of mana and HP, and there are not too many horde nearby. I'm not sure what this fellow's on about. He is making some strange gestures, so perhaps he's new to the game and thinks that emotes allow you to talk with the other faction. But whatever the case, shout out to you, buddy. I hope you have a really nice day. Your group mates, not so much. I hope they have awful days. Or I hope they had an awful day on the day of this Wailing Caverns. Because they hit my friend, and I do not appreciate that. Anyway, right here is the spot where you can get up good and easy. Does not take too long at all. Don't need to go all the way around the mountain. And the vendors are they're right in here. You turn in your quest, clear your bags, and I do recommend clearing out whatever junk that you can get rid of. Whenever you are good to head back inside, well, it's the same thing on the way in. You know, if you don't have some people to hunt, and I'm reminded of them by this here totem. I see them on Humanoid Tracker over here, so let's go get them. I'm not feeling merciful today, not after they hit my friend, unprovoked. So heck you, buddy. And I don't know who you are, but you're flagged, so you probably attacked someone, or helped one of the people who attacked us. So, hey, can we get a Blade Storm proc? Come on, let's... okay, that guy dropped dead, and we did get a Blade Storm. So, dodged. Dodged again. The evasion. Must have popped evasion. A little bit too late, though, because my friend was ranging from behind. She probably took out that caster from up there. Yeah, I hate those guys for attacking you. Honestly. Watch out for stealthies, by the way, on the way in. There are a lot of mobs out here. Would certainly be easier to get in at 60, but at 40 your pet can certainly hold on to whatever it is that you needed to hold on to. Especially if it's actually built like a tank, you know. My pet's spec'd for PvP resistances and stuff. And why are you on me? You were on my pet. Oh, whatever. I do have a Blade Storm now. So I'm gonna ask my friend to sit tight. And in the meantime, I'm just going to Blade Storm everything to death. Dragon Gun. Gonna get this stuff all good and dead. And I don't think I really need a healing potion right here. There are only 2 of these guys left, and well, I might as well do it just for safety. Might as well. You know, because we do that sort of thing up in here. I think that was just a little bit too far away for the multi-shot to go off, but in any case, we are at the evade spot now. Our friend is waiting for us in Shadow Meld because it is the best racial, and we can move on, but you know how that goes. There is one more thing I want to show you guys before we call it quits for today. And that would be the final boss, the one that no one really ever bothers with because it is an absolute pain in the butt to even get to. Because, well, you need to kill every other boss in order to unlock the final boss, and then you need to do a stupid slow escort chain, or just an escort rather, not even a quest, to begin the event. But we're going to do it once, just because the final boss does drop a neat quest item. So to start it, Once all the Fang Lords are dead, you just talk with your druid friend at the start of the instance, the guy who gives you your marks of the wild, and once he's done talking, he's going to go do his slow RP walk over this way. The first area where some stuff spawns is right here. Going to be a couple of raptors, and would you look at that ranged auto? We're going to cheetah away from that one just to get in the right position for the multi-shot. And it does not matter that we were dazed again because I wanted to be right there. No trouble at all. Once these two are dead, it's another long walk down here and to the left. But I did not clear any of this out on this run, so we're gonna have to deal with some stuff. I'm still RP walking here because I forgot to turn it off. I'm gonna bring this raptor in good and close so that I can get the multi-chain, the multi-sync off on just the right stuff. I fire on the ideal primary, it does chain across all three. Very nice multi-sync right there. And we're going to finish off this Druid of the Fang with a simple aimed auto combo. Simple aimed auto. Now right here you might want to step back and get ready for a multi-shot. But that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit in there and we're gonna try and get a blade storm for fun, because that's what we do. We do stuff for fun and for nothing but fun. Not having good luck with the proc, so I'm gonna duck out just for one multi-shot and finish this one off with a DZS Raptor. But I'm gonna go back in anyway, because I did get the blade storm. Only 2 targets, so not very efficient, but nice to see. I am pleasantly surprised. Once this guy is done with his cleansing ritual, whatever that means, we're going to head up this way. And yes, there are indeed lots of them, but we're gonna be just fine. There are a whole bunch of blue ones, so we can do some neat chain pulling using their own call for help. Or, you know, we could pull them all the way back here if we want to be super duper duper careful for no particular reason. Nah, we're gonna keep them just in range for the calls for help to go out. This would be a really nice time for a multi-shot, but again, I want the blade storm. I want it. There we go. And I get what I want, because RNG listens to me enough for me to work with. And that's really all that I can hope for. That's really all that I can ask. We got another raptor coming in, but I'm gonna stick my pet on it. Never mind. I was gonna, I don't know, raptor strike, feign that off, send my pet to the next thing, then multi-shot them both, but nope, a little blade storm proc works, and it works just in time because I can get a couple of ticks off on the things that it attracted with its call for help. We don't have to go much further now. I'm gonna get the goblin dragon gun off on all these guys since we're gonna be waiting a little bit longer for the disciple of Narrowlex to get to the final chamber. They're only, wow, another proc? Another proc. That there blue raptor is the only one that we really need to kill left. My cat is hungry, so I'm just gonna leave him over there while I pull the blue raptor over here. Gonna scatter it in the right spot for it to be close to everything else. And you see, that's how you use Scattershot. It's a setup ability. I mean, sure, you could use the slight damage just to finish something off for a little bit of extra burst, but it's ideally your setup shot. That's why I love it so much. We're gonna make a couple of heavy wool bandages, or I guess just one, so I can patch myself up before the big epic finale of this incredibly difficult run. I like this little event. Once you get to the end anyway, I mean, it takes kind of a while to get here. Now my friend has placed an immolation trap, but I have dropped and explosive. So I'm going to control when the mobs come in here. And there are a couple of waves of mobs. You got these snecks here. Only a few of them. There are a few elites that pull all at once. Or you know, that spawn all at once. And we're going to pull all at once into the trap. And now, there we go. Now that they're all trapped, we can try for a blade storm, and we got one because I asked for one. Thank you, RNG. I sincerely appreciate that. Once these three guys are down, the fun wave comes. There are like 10 non-elites, and I like this wave. You might want to bring a mage just for this wave if you don't have any AoE with you. I mean, they'll have fun. You gotta have someone having fun up in here. I'm gonna have my pet pull some of this stuff, and I'm going to use my shots to pull the others. Once these guys get up... Oh, never mind. I was gonna pull them into the trap when they got close enough, but... Okay, I guess that one dipping in the trap was enough to trigger it on a couple of these guys. But a blade storm works too. See, that's the fun wave. You just pull everything and it one-shot it. Easy peasy, good and fun. Oh yeah, and I guess there is plenty of loot to be had too. Usually not something good, but hey, 10 mobs means, what, 10 times the chance for some greens or whatever? Anyway, the final boss is a gigantic murloc. And you can kill him specifically for one really nice quest item he can drop. It's an item that starts a quest, and yes, even Alliance can use it. We're gonna pop the death ray off because I'm not getting any blade storm procs. Speak of the sleeper, I get one after the death ray, and I'm gonna spin to win even after he's dead because I can. The other things that the boss can drop, well, you've got those neat shoulders, which, they restore, they're restorative, and that's very nice. Nice to have. He also drops a ring, if I remember correctly, and here Narrowlegs goes, flapping off with his druid friend. But in any case, that about wraps up this video. We have run our friend through every corner of Wailing Caverns, and I've shown you how to speed your way through and snag the bosses you want to kill. Vanilla WoW has been out for a while now, so if any of your friends are starting Hunter alts, surely you're prepared to run them through in your main. I know this episode was a bit different, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate a like. Consider sharing this video too, if it's any help. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you never miss another upload. If you check the description, you will find a skip list in case you need to reference a part of this video, along with some other links you should totally follow, you know, if you want. As always, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!